Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mediumcore. So, today, after a long wait, I'm gonna finally do some expansions to the base. Yeah. I haven't done anything with the base since I made that barn a while ago, and I think it's finally time to expand the base. So what I plan on doing is taking this area here, this side of the road, and basically just making a strip of connected houses on it. I'll probably do a little bit of flattening here, just because this kind of sticks up quite a bit. I'll make it more even with the road, but I'm not going to completely flatten it, but mostly flatten it. And then I'm going to build basically a bunch of townhouses. There'll be some, and like an arch or two in between, so I can make roads going through them, because I want to extend the road that way, because eventually I want to expand that way, maybe, hopefully. If not, I can just slap down a courtyard and some more market stalls and just say it was a little market. But I want to make a row of townhouses, and these aren't just going to be a useless build. I do actually have a reason to build them, and that is because villagers. I've got a ton of villagers in the breeder, but pretty much none I've been using, and I would like to just basically monopolize villagers more than I already have, because I can get a ton of emeralds with my farming, but that doesn't help me as much if I'm not using them. I would like to expand the villagers' setups I already have. The farmers are fine. The librarians I'd like to expand, probably in a basement below the library, just to keep that consistent. But then I need like stonemasons and fletchers and cartographers, and especially I want a lot of the cleric dudes. Oh, they're getting entity crammed. That's not good. Well, that brings me to my current point. I've got a lot of villagers and I'm not doing anything with them. Like a lot of villagers. I actually had to turn the farm off. I think I mentioned that like an episode or two ago. But I had to take out all the carrots. Because there's just villagers everywhere and I can't. They're all just exploding everywhere. And I need a place to put them. And I need a use for them because I haven't been really using them since I made this little barn here. And I think it'd be good to have access to a lot more materials. So, with that being said, this isn't going to be done in one episode because this is going to be a big series of builds all connected within one another. So, it's not going to be something just easy and done. But I'm going to try and get as much of it done in this episode as I can and just see what happens. So, yeah. It's gonna extend over this area and then fill up this side of the road, so then this side of the road will be entirely done. And that'll be nice to have another side of the road done, and then I can work on expanding inwards and kind of filling it in so it doesn't just look like a donut. So that'll be an interesting project. I've now done a lot of work in this area, including but not limited to flattening off this entire area. So it's a lot flatter and smoother now, and but it looks mostly natural, which is good. That's what I was aiming for. But that'll make it easier to stack a building on top of it since it's all going to be basically one connected building for the townhouses. It looks a bit weird without the grass growing on it, the tall grass, but when it's obstructed by the actual building, it'll look a lot better. It'll also look a lot better when the actual grass itself grows in. But I think it actually turned out pretty okay. It's a lot flatter and smoother and spread out, which should make it a lot easier for building. But that's not all I did. That's the most visible part, but that's not all I did. Actually, I came down here and I fixed the melon and pumpkin sorting system so it no longer would break the system if it overflowed. So now I've got 3 double chests for each melons and pumpkins, and it won't break this time because it's broken before because I didn't set it up right, but I fixed it now, so it's better, and it's not gonna overflow, hopefully. And the reason I did that is because I figured while I'm here, I'm gonna be loading up this area a lot and probably not checking in on it, and I wanted it to be not overflowing while I was building. And besides that, I did a bunch of mining way off in the distance in the 1.17 chunks, and I got a bunch of deep slate. I've got the cobbled deep slate, I've got regular deep slate, I've got polished deep slate, I've even got a little bit of tough. The one complaint I have, though, is that they never made it possible to get deep slate tiles or deep slate bricks in survival. That's something I think they should change because those are absolutely beautiful building materials, and I would have loved to build with them. But I won't be able to, I'll just have to use the normal deep slate, unfortunately. And I also got some more diamonds and copper, so I might incorporate the copper into builds at some point, and diamonds are just good to have, but most importantly, deep slate. Because for the townhouses, I don't want to, since they're all connected, I don't want to use the same base for every individual house, because that's just going to be monotonous. I don't want to keep doing the stone, cobblestone, andesite over and over and over and over and over on one massive building. I want to throw in some variation, maybe throw in some regular stone bricks, maybe one that's like regular brick and granite, though probably not. If I can find some, I might do some like calcite, tough, or not tough, calcite, diorite, and smooth quartz. I plan on doing one that's like deep slate and smooth basalt. Probably mostly I'll do the cobblestone, smooth stone, and andesite, and then the deep slate ones, because I think those will look the best. But I might have the occasion of a variant color in there, just to mix it up a bit and make it unique. Give the build a personality, because it's all going to be one big connected build, and I don't want it to just be one big blob of blah. I want it to be good looking, and I want it to be a fun build that's not just filling space. So, I think the best place to start on that is a basic framework. Get the build set up, see how big it's going to be, see how much resources it's going to take, and just see how many individual houses there are. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to set up a nice little framework. I know it doesn't look like much, but I've got the basic framework done for the townhouses. It's, the entire building is not straight centered, so each of the townhouses are at like kind of varying levels, which I think is going to look better than just one big flat building. And some of them are also made out of dark oak, like this one, and then the one on the end over here. They're made out of dark oak, and those will be the ones that have like the deep slate and smooth basalt for the base. And then right here there's a gap, because I plan on this being an archway with a connected building on top, and then a path that cuts through here to either like a courtyard, or if I decide to extend the base even further this way, base extension. But it's just going to be left at a path for now. And in order to accommodate the massive amount of doors, this entire front area is just going to become one big path. That way it's not like path to that door, path to that door, path to that door, so on and so forth. And now, it doesn't look like much, but it actually was quite a bit of work. And it's actually a pretty good start, because now I know how big each house is going to be, and I've got the basic framework set up for all of them. So this is actually pretty useful to me, because I had no plan coming into this episode, and now I do. So yeah. But unfortunately, between that and all the mining I've done, that's actually all I've got time for in today's episode of Minecraft Medium Core. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. A goodbye.